It's good to pray. It's important to pray. So much can happen with prayer that will not happen without it. So much can happen with prayer. And the churches of Christ must pray. And train God's people to pray. Learn prayer by praying and studying the scriptures. Prayer is a spiritual exercise. Apart from all the beautiful things that you obtain in praying to God, there's an impact in your own life, an effect in your own life that will not happen if you don't pray. If you don't pray. In fact, you got to understand. Let me read something to you from the Bible. Ezekiel chapter 37. No, chapter 36, verse 37. But I want to read from verse 36 into 37. There's a long portion, a long prophetic message that Ezekiel gives, and comes down to verse 36. It's a long one, lots of beautiful blessings that God said he was going to do to these children of Israel in their future. Then he goes on to say, then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I, the Lord, build the ruined places and plant that was desolate. I, the Lord, have spoken it. In other words, they were going to come from a place of desolation to a place of blessing, strength, and glory. And the Lord said, I, the Lord, have spoken it, and I will do it. But look at verse 37. Thus said the Lord God, I will yet for this be inquired of by the house of Israel to do it for them. I will increase them with men like a flock. He says, I'm going to bless you. I'm going to bless you. And he went on to talk about the various things he'll do for them. Then he says, I will yet for this be inquired of by the house of Israel. In other words, they have to pray that I'll do it for them. Because through prayer, you are brought into a place, a condition that is consistent with God's purpose and will for him to carry out what he said he was going to do for you. So prayer is that important. So there are things that will not happen even though they are the will of God. They will not happen without praying. There have been a lot of God's children who maybe the Lord said something he was going to do for them. Then the time came and passed and nothing happened. And they said, Lord, what happened? You didn't make it happen. Because you have to be in that place, the necessary condition that will cause it to happen. So there are things that depend on you as there are things that depend on God. You have to know that. You have to understand life is beyond, let me put it this way. If I said to you something that will happen with you 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, the question will be, should it happen or should it not happen? You see, you rise to a place of dominion about should it happen or should it not happen. It's not just, it's going to happen to you 2 p.m. tomorrow. Then you wait for it to happen. Then you are a baby. You are a child. When you come to the place of kingship, it's no longer whether something will happen 2 p.m. tomorrow. It is whether it should or it shouldn't. You learn to live by the will of the Father. You see it? Should it or should it not? So if by the Spirit you know it should not, you rule over it. You rule over it. And you overrule it. Meaning, it doesn't happen tomorrow, 2 p.m. See, you live above. And if it's something you want to happen, it doesn't matter whether you're told it will not happen or it will. See, if we don't understand who we are, we will be ruled by circumstances and by the words of other men. No, you should come out of that place. You're a king priest. You're a royal priest. In fact, that's